All right, Michelle Lavis here again. It is July 11th, and just giving an update for the agenda today. Of course, they met at 9 o'clock, had some papers that they went through. They always sign bills on Thursdays, or they sign off on bills on Thursdays. And July, they are going through and touring all the county buildings. So, I was able to attend today, although next 3 meetings we will miss. And so as they tour buildings, maybe we'll go back and get our own tour through those buildings and see. But they went out to Hardin Hills this morning at 9:30. Took about an hour and 40 minutes to get through the tour. They walked through all the buildings. They're kind of formulating a plan with auctioning off the materials, if there's any things that the museum might want, or kind of just talking about how to move forward. They've got looking at maybe scanning documents, that are hard copies so that they can keep those safe and not store them other places. So there's some talk about that. They got food items that are going to be perishable, so they have to decide quickly on those kind of things, what they can do with them. The outside of the building, we talked about and saw, kind of the disrepair that the building is in. And so, not great. It's definitely an old building. Interesting if you've been following along with the fire pump. So we did get to go in and look at the fire pump house back at the back end of the lot there. And Armor Fire is the one who does the quarterly inspections on that. It did not have a red tag, like we kind of have heard that it was red tagged. It was not red tagged. It has a tag on it that says flow rate on 5/2 of 24, I guess. I asked Sharon later about the red tag and how that kind of works, and she said they did not have any official documentation. They have a report from Armor with the pressure readings and things, so we're going to see if we can get that documentation through records requests. But really it sounds like it's just a verbal warning from Armor Fire that says don't use the pump, and that's, I guess they took that and then decided to do fire watch off of that. So kind of confusing on how that process is supposed to work. So we'll see if we can find out any more about that specifically. So that was interesting. Lots of equipment that's there that hopefully could be used in other facilities. The other interesting thing that Sharon talked about is the Medicaid overpayment that has happened, because they're going to have staff on board, for quite a while. Somebody had said maybe like the year, so that they can do all their reporting, and make sure that until the government tells you, okay, you're officially done, you can not have staff. But this Medicaid overpayment is such a debacle, and I'll tag the video if you want to go to that section to hear what Sharon had said about it. But she said she's even hearing rumors that if they can't figure out what had happened, that they're just going to go ahead and let these 1,000 facilities that got an overpayment just keep the money, which for Hardin Hills they're saying is like $450,000. And I know they had talked about appropriating that money over so that they could have it set aside to pay back Medicaid. I don't know that they actually went through with that process, so it would just be there in Hardin Hills. So that would be possibly an extra income there at Hardin Hills that wouldn't be taken back from Medicaid. So still a very unsure, and it sounds like a very confusing process. So we'll see if we can get any more information on that, and hopefully it doesn't cause any major issues. Other than that, so that took about an hour and 40 minutes to walk through all the facility. And then the other crew headed over to the West Annex. I did not know where the West Annex was, so I could not follow along, and I have other things to do today. So I went ahead and come home. They're going to do the Annex in the courthouse at 1 o'clock after lunch. And again, I'm going to miss that because I have other commitments that I need to do. But hopefully we can get a tour later and kind of walk through and see. If not, I guess we'll just miss it until next year when we do this all over again. So that's kind of what was going on with the commissioners today, and I will see you next time.